Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening and praise the Lord. I'd like to welcome each and every one of you back from the Easter holidays. Allow me wish you an after happy Easter. Yeah, I hope you're well. Welcome to the Youth Alive show here on Google TV, and I am excited to be your host for tonight. Well, my name is Chiwumolo Generous Ndegere, and tonight we shall be diving into our amazing topic today. Well, today we shall dive into women in media, and join me as this beautiful, intelligent, you'll get to know them more and other things about them. So let me allow them introduce themselves. Hello, ladies.
Hi.
The public wants to know who you are.
Yes.
Feel free.
Do you want to start?
Hi everyone. Thanks for tuning in. We thank you that you've been able to give us time to be able to share part of your time. Well, my name is Novisha, and I'm so thrilled to be here. Actually, I've been kind of behind the scenes, but right now, look, because of Jane, I'm right here. Well, I'm a practicing journalist working with Google TV, and so much into video editing, environmental reporting, and I kind of also do script writing, so voiceover artist. It's a lot. As we go on sharing, maybe I'll be able to fill in you on more.
Just maybe, but you will. Okay, we shall wait. Hello.
Hi, Jane.
Hi, yeah.
I didn't get your name again.
Novisha.
Novisha.
Yeah.
You guys have cool names.
Cool
Novisha, Jane Rose. Okay.
Yeah.
So my name is Joy. My friends call me Joy E. Some call me E, whichever really is your kind of tea.
Yeah.
But Joy E Mbabazi. I am a lawyer professionally, and then also into media. I'm a philanthropist as well. I have a charity organization, Sparrow's New Foundation, which has been running for 5 years now. And we do things like community development in terms of small business training and management. And we have right now 40 businesses that we've been able to start up for women, single mothers in vulnerable communities. And then we have so far 30 kids that we're sponsoring in school.
That's lovely.
And we also do feeding families, housing, and all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty much about me, and I'm happy to be here. I love the young people. I love, so I love being here. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure, and I look forward to a wonderful time with you guys.
Yeah, we are honored to have you.
Thank
I
you.
mean, when you were saying, when you were giving us your resume, you talked about that word that is complex for a number of people out there. Philanthropists. There are people that struggle with it. And I used to be one of them, but thank the
you
Lord.
got there.
Yeah.
Jesus delivered you.
Amen. Surely. So you're welcome, ladies. You're welcome, Novisha.
Thank you so
welcome,
much.
Joy. Yeah.
My pleasure.
It's an honor to have you this night as we dive into our topic of women in media.
Yes, please.
So to start with, I'll cite a gentleman called Jacobs. He defined media as a number of things. He said clearly that it's a broad perspective of people, material, events that establish conditions which enable a learner to acquire knowledge, skills, and attitudes. There are a number of researchers, a number of writers that define media. But then we have these beautiful ladies over here. And as I said earlier, they are knowledgeable. So ladies and gentlemen, get those pens ready to write down what they're going to inform us about what they know. So I think I'll start with Novisha.
Okay.
So in your opinion, Novisha, how do you define media?
Well, other than books, because since I've been practicing, I've been able to explore more about the definition of media, or how I can term media if asked. And we used to when we were in school, we used to be told that media is a medium, literally. Maybe I can elaborate it as a way. So they could tell us it's all about the channels through which communication is made. There are communication channels, and these include TV, they include radios, they include fax, they include internet. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And they used to tell us that if you get a chance to be part of TV, to be part of radio, that can be called broadcast, because they deal with cables and yes, things like that. Then also they could tell us that other than that, because we used to think maybe as they talk about radios and TVs, it ends there. But they were like, also newspapers are part of media.
Yeah.
Like you find that there are also form of communication, yes, and people literally, though we used to think it's of ages, they follow up. You find that here, even right here on Google TV, we have that segment of Ebifulu Medium or Popular Zamaudia. So people would be eager, because literally before us receiving it, there are times, there are hours, those certain hours we don't be operating. And you find that if it's put out via internet or newspapers, someone is able to access it. So I was able to learn that media is there are communication channels, and they include a variety of things, which is partly broadcast and also print.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Novisha. So I think moving forward,
Yes.
now that she has elaborated, Joy.
Yes, please.
So as our topic today is women in media. So there are a number of things, there are very many perspectives, there are very many opinions, there's a lot out there. So according to you, do you think gender plays a vital role in media? And if so, why do you think so? Like if I'm a man, is there an impact? If I'm a woman, do you think gender does?
Thank you very much. I'm into women empowerment and all that. So first of all, I just want to start by saying, you see, we're right here. It's three ladies. The lady on the camera is also doing an amazing job. And like she's described, media is like a media, like a channel or different ways through which, we access whatever we access. So previously, if I might start off, women, because when you talk about gender, we're referring to men and women. So previously, especially in the African kind of setup, the woman was known to be like a housekeeper. She's a nurturer. So you go home, you raise the babies. I want to go hunt. I'll bring the catch, and then you cook it, you roast it. That's your business, okay? So, but as we go on and as we are evolving, you find that women are hunting too, Women are going there to catch the whatever. The difference is that you catch it and cook it, okay?
Exactly.
So you catch it and cook it. The men used to hunt and catch and bring to the lady to prepare for the family. So I find that media is all the different, be it broadcast, be it publishing, be it all kind of stuff, somehow help in shaping opinions in the way like people reason. They say this is my truth because I saw it on TV, or somebody said this, or this is what it is. So you find that with the gender kind of the women being given a platform on this kind of platforms, say they are writing articles, they are anchoring news, they are being part of films and movies, documentaries and all that kind of stuff. It has pushed, created an awareness of some bit like, hey, by the way, women can also do this, I can also go hunt. And you know what they say? Because we are all multitaskers, I can go catch that meat and then I go cook it and give it to you.
Definitely.
But how many of the men can go hunt and cook? Sometimes when you ask my friends, the boys, showing off, hey, Joe, you know me, I know how to cook, and this are specifically what do you cook? Because some people boil eggs and that is cooking. Some others boil water and that is cooking, okay? But as women, we're the real deal. We do all that, we cook. So I feel like in being given a platform, the people out there, the ladies, the young people who are coming up, are just picking up a different kind of idea and saying, hey, I saw her do it, so I'm going to do it. Because they say if a woman stands up for herself, she stands up for a whole community or a village. I miss it, but that's a whole message in it. So I think that is the kind of thing that this whole inclusion of women, the whole gender bit in media is helping in shaping different ideas and opinions, but also in women empowerment and saying, hey, you can also take up the same spaces that the gentlemen are taking up in different sectors. Thank you.
A round of applause for you. Thank you. To add on to that,
Yes, please.
I have a question that I would like to pass on to both of you. So we know that media is competitive and you need to stand out for you to reach a certain level that is above others. So in this competitive world, as ladies that are in it, how or what qualities do you think someone is supposed to possess in order to stand out, in order to move an extra mile from the others? So I think it's a question for both of you, so anyone who would want to go first.
This is the last box, you could take it up.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jen.
Yeah.
The first one, mostly let me talk based on myself.
Yes.
One could be your creativity and innovativeness. Like, what do you literally want to bring on table? What will be different from others? Yes, if at all, I'm in the newsroom department here. So if at all I'm assigned a story, I'd be like, okay, my boss, my editor, my supervisor has told me that he needs this and this. And so I'll make sure, or when they give me a script, I'll make sure, okay, if it involves street children, if it involves like something like floods, it's not currently happening, but has ever happened. So I'll look at something that's relating to what they have given me. And you find that the next time they'll bring such a story, it will get assigned to me, because we'll be like, okay, this girl can arrange it better, or can put out what I expect to be put out. Then also mostly, how can I say it? Trying to multitask. Yes, trying to multitask. Like, you don't be that I know camera, that's why I stop, that's why I end. You find that there is this time T when there is a gap for a camera, for a video editor, and you're available and willing, you can offer the same as the video editor can do. There is this time that they need a reporter. Reporters are done, okay, they have been assigned to the field, but you're available, you can be sent out and bring that story. Like, you don't
limit yourself.
Yes, limit yourself. You don't limit your space, that I'm comfortable where I am, and that's enough. Then also, I literally be like having that certain identity. I took up the environmental reporting. It was just when I started, it was just for, okay, I won't say just for, I wasn't confident enough, but the day I did it, was like, just a little polishing and you'll be bringing out what we want. It was a big motivator, and also brought out my identity, that if you give her something concerning the environment, yes, if it's the cry of environment, we look at the floods, we look at the deforestation happening, the laws being implemented, people evacuating people in wetlands. Yes, I'll bring out all the perspective they expect of me. Yes, and that has been keynote.
Nice. So when you're talking about multitasking, it reminded me, there are people who have this perception of, if I'm to do a certain thing that is out of my job description, I need more money. Like, I can't do things for free, and then they'll keep back in their limitation. So you are encouraged, ladies and gentlemen, please The Lord rewards. So if you keep on doing what you're not supposed to do, but it's helping, He will reward you.
You know,
So take
there
it.
is this,
Yeah.
when you're to plant a tree, nasimba oba omuti oba ekimera, you
Yeah.
have to wait for it.
Exactly.
Because literally, you have these skills right now. You feel like you just need to earn from them. But later on, when you wait and you find yourself growing in them, that you've acquired that much speed, you have acquired, all the skills that you need. You'll be assigned bigger, you know, gigs. Let me call them, bigger gigs.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, we have this girl, she can help. You have this person, she can help. Something like that.
Thank you. Yes, Joy.
Welcome.
Thank you. I think you did an amazing
Yes.
job at that. Now coming after you. Wow. Anyway, let me give it a shot, okay? I like that you talked about all that which would fall under skills, like I had framed it. And I said skills and character, you know, because like you say, she says, you're sitting there and saying, I'm not going to do this. I'm not being paid for it.
Yes.
You're paid for it, so let me not do that. But you're missing out because you see sometimes you hone your skills by doing. So if you're given a platform, say you're on camera, but you can also do video editing and all that, you take it up because it is helping you. And also the thing of you never know, okay, you're preparing. Like they say, I think chance favors the prepared.
Yeah.
That's what they say. So you just never know. So I'm going to leave it at that. Let me stop going wandering. It's in the night. English is going to sleep. But yeah. And then character. You see, character is who you are, and that's what sets you apart. And the question we're answering is, how do you stay? How do you be different? How do you stand out? It's character, because if everybody is doing A, B, C, D, what are you bringing on the table that is different? You get it? If I am an editor and I'm doing maybe environment or something, maybe you're into, I don't know, politics, or you're into family, I don't know, whichever section of the beat that is needed. But Novisha she's good at environment, but she's been trying, like, she's asking questions when she's done with her script. She's like, hey, how do you do this? And ABCD, how do you do this? So they're more likely to give her an opportunity, even though she doesn't know, and like, you're better at it because she has shown the willingness to learn, okay? So I feel like that also sets you apart. And also being reliable, that all falls under character, because in whatever sphere, really, we're using media examples because we're talking about women in media.
Exactly.
But I think it should fall to every other, whatever bit, if you're watching right now and you're not in media, wherever you are, wherever you've been planted, character is what is going to keep you there. And then the other thing is maybe authenticity. I really am into authenticity a lot, because I see people who are trying so hard to be cloned. Like, you can't be Joy, I can't be you. You get it? So the best that I can do, the best you can do is look at me and see maybe something that I'm doing that you like, and then copy that out or ask how do you do it, but then don't let your voice get into mine. Like, everybody else is taken, so you have to be you. And imagine God took all the time to piece you all together for you to come and be like Novisha. Novisha is already Novisha. So what are you doing? What are you doing? Be you, work on yourself. And also, if you're doing something, please know if it is the season and if it is what you're supposed to be doing at that particular time. I like to say pray and ask God to guide you, because man, that's how you stand out. I don't want to talk a lot, so over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies, for that insight. We are really getting knowledge from the best, I believe. So as we are continuing, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to know that the lines shall be placed on your screen. If you'd like to ask any question, if you'd like to comment, if you would like to thank the ladies over here for the wonderful work they are doing, please feel free. The numbers are on your screen and we would love to hear from you. So as we are going on, I believe in every sphere of life, there are always challenges in every sphere of life. And the fact that we're talking about women in media, as ladies, what are some of those challenges you face operating in media? And how do you go about them? Yes, so I think I'll start with Joy this time.
I thought I spoke last, but anyway, if you insist, I think there are different kinds of of things, but I'm going to talk about two, and maybe Novisha will come in and ask and talk about the rest. One is the gender bias, you know.
Yes.
You could be here and they'll say, this story, we are giving it to CJ. I call him CJ. This story is being taken up by CJ, even though Novisha would deliver best, but they say, you're a woman, where CJ is going, you know, we need like masculine, whatever it is for them. And you go in a corner and grumble because, this is my area. I can deliver. I've always done this. So why are you pushing it away? So there's that kind of challenge and feeling that sometimes I think they are trying to protect us.
True.
But I'll say, let me go and I die. And then I won't do it. Let me shoot my shot. Like if I die, I die. But don't take it away. Or ask me and say, okay, ABCD is happening. Are you sure you can take it up? And then I'll say, I can or I cannot. But don't just announce to me and say, we have decided, okay? So that is one example. And the other bit is the sexual harassment. And this is in terms of all kinds of things, like, for example, unwanted physical touch. You're passing and somebody taps your butt. Yo, bro, what are you doing? Bro, you know, you don't go doing that. You get it? Even though I'm close to you and like we have that kind of working relationship, why are you tapping my assets? What? You don't have a license, okay? So let's be respectful. And then the other bit is inappropriate comments. You get it? So you could go to a lady, maybe she's looking nice, you know, God created us like that. We are just like flowers, okay? It's not our fault, okay? Blame the creator. So the lady comes, she's looking good, and you can actually give a proper comment that is sanitized, okay? But then you want to sexualize your comment and you're commenting on that particular whatever and all that. So please. But also to the ladies, sometimes you dress in a way that might you know, lead you to that. So it is a double-edged sword. You get it? So it's up to you. But I think the gentleman, even though she dressed that way, that does not justify you. Pull out the lawyer bit now.
Exactly.
That does not justify you being the way that you are to her. Because I think you treat it's good to treat the people that you work with as though they were your sisters. So if you wouldn't want a boy in the hood to say certain things or touch your sister a certain way, please don't do that to a sister, okay? If you really must, then go ahead and pursue an official license and, you know, do the thing. Thank you. I will stop at that, Novisha.
Thank you, Joy. That was lovely.
Thank you again. One of the challenges we literally find could be balancing work life and, you know, personal life. It's literally hard. Even to me, I find that you know, we are ladies, you know, women are women. There are those days, those days. So you find that you have some mood swings, you get pissed off easily, you know. And whenever that happens, you carry it on, even if it's at work, even if you don't want to, you find yourself in a position that you've carried it to work. You can't separate it. Someone has pissed you from work, yes, we'll carry it on to the station. And the other thing could be we talked about it, but it's literally gap in opportunities. That one.
The gender bias.
That gap in opportunities. You find that, the location, we are having a right story. They wouldn't send me. They would send another man. We have Katamba, senior reporter. He has to go. He's able to run. Literally, you feel like, I can also do it like Nzukulu does. Before the police knows it, I'm already at the station with all the content. But literally, you can't. Yes, you can't, because over times we put on the dressing that is inconvenient for such fields. Then the other thing could be literally underrepresentation. If we are to look in media houses, you might find mostly the bosses, the top bosses, be men. Though ladies would have done that some roles better, you find that because of our emotions, we are the mothers, we would love to put someone comes crying, I don't have money for this. Yes, have.
Oh,
Yet
please have.
you're draining the company in the name of, yes,
Yeah.
I understand the situation. I don't want my daughter, I don't want my son to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I have.
I think maybe
Thank
I could
you.
add on to her particular bit of the, I think I would call it the work-life balance.
Yeah.
That bit of, you know, you're a woman and you have everything that is going on. There are body changes that are going on, you know, and then there's that the hormonal bit, and I think that's why
Yeah.
the men always say the woman is not reliable, because
Yeah.
you need her urgently and she's going to say I don't feel so well, you know, because sometimes the people whose menses mess them up like terribly, they can't work, they literally fall sick. And you know, you can't be off work every month, you know. And then the funny bit is that there's always a time in that month where you have like a very zero productive level. Like you just are sitting there and then looking at the clock ticking, like, okay. And then the other bit, I think, even in relation to that, is that society has changed, where I think the men really need to stand up, those that are doing a good job, and pick up the boy child, because we are seeing a lot of mess in the system, where the men were the hunters, but now you find that the women are the ones sustaining the families, which I was referring to as going to hunt, and then you kill and come and cook the kill. So now the woman has to take up double role of, you have to come in and put on the man's hat, do the hunting and fight, and you know, you're rubbing whatever with the men, and then you have to go back home, probably there are kids involved and all that kind of stuff, so which definitely affects the way they deliver at work and all that kind of stuff. So I think the men who are watching, our seniors, please help us, because charity starts at home. Thank you.
That's really, really right. The boy child as well needs to be empowered. Their self-esteem is dropping, and we wouldn't want the priests, the kings, the heads to. Yes, so thank you so much.
Oh yeah.
As we go on, I would like to still remind all of us that if you'd like to comment, if you'd like to ask any question, if you'd like to give feedback, please kindly reach out. We shall be ready to receive you. So as we go on, I would like to know the fact that we are in media, and media is all over the place. Media is trending, media is booming, media is generally media. It's it. So what inspired you ladies to take on media? And as for Novisha, I'd like you to inform us, what inspired you to take on journalism? Because there's that misconception that I hear from people. They usually say, media, there's no money there. People are just there. They want to just be on screen. So clarify that for us and tell us what inspired you to take on media.
Thank you, Jane. Right from the point you've just made, there is no money in media. I would say media is known for the weak, you know? It's known for the weak.
Yes.
When you come like thinking only about the pockets, then literally, I
You're
believe
right.
sister, brother.
It's every work area, really.
Yes. Okay,
Okay.
it's work, but literally you should first look at, you know, there is this term I usually use, that we are essential workers. Yeah, whatever the situation, if fire is burning the other side, yes, you have to go there before thinking about actually yourself. You know, you have to inform the public what's really happening. If there are lives, you know, being lost, yes, the impact of you reporting that story would help, you know, open up eyes. What efforts have to be made, it will be kind of impactful. So literally, first come with a sense of it's not for the weak, not going to look at the shilling part of it. Yes, you're going to do a service, though it's going to be a disservice to yourself financially. But later on, money comes, money is there, colleagues, money will come.
Okay.
Yeah. So going back to the question, what inspired me in this field, like literally when I was growing up, I had two directions. I literally, one, that I used to like art, I used to like drawing, you know, it's also communicating, and I used to look at the cartoons and what, so I love that part. But later on, I was like, if I don't go for lawyer, for law, then I'll go for journalism, because they are kind of, although they look different, they are kind of serving the same purpose. Because through journalism, you're able to seek justice, yes, for those that need it. We've seen land wrangles, and someone is being chased out of their land. They have stayed there for over 8 years. They have given birth, and great children have been able to grow up from the land, and they're being chased away. So you find that it's a medium that we use to seek justice. So literally, and I used to like the justice bit of my life. So it kind of inspired me. I was like, there are a lot of people that can't voice out what they would love to voice out, but if I come up as me, Novisha, it can be literally impactful, and I might be able to create change in the society. So yeah, it was a big motivator and a big push for me to join journalism.
That's lovely. Justice for all. When we were still in high school, we had there was as if court. So there was this judge that used to say justice denied. Wait, justice
Delayed.
exactly.
Delayed, justice
Yes.
denied.
So thank you for desiring justice for people, and that has inspired someone out there to take on journalism. So thank you. Yes, Joy.
Well, mine is interesting. I stumbled into it, if I might say.
Okay.
Like how you're walking and you stumble.
Yeah.
And somebody used to, there's a funny meme that used to go around like, "Badeng with them love." So anyway, that's a joke. So I stumbled into media, but God doesn't make mistakes. Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
I was at the university in my year 1, I think around term 2 or 3, and I had a friend who, there was a radio station, family radio in Isenchitintale.
Yeah.
So my friend said, "You know what, Joy, why don't you just come and just pass by radio and be there?" And then my Luganda was super crazy. Now I am better, but then I was just like accident in the comment section. You get it?
Yes.
So he said, "Why don't you just come and be by the radio? You never know." So I also just started kubera kwa wao. I mean, while I was there working, because it's like typically a Luganda station,
Yes.
and I was there with my Luganda stumbling in bumping walls, but I had like a co-presenter, so they would balance it out. And then like after a few, I think like a months in, somebody called from I think FMJ. And then they said, "Hey, we want that girl,"
Aww.
So this time, like, then it became serious. Like, "Hey, you people, I'm employed." The other side was Django Jirovera Kowano, but the other side, it became like serious work. So I through my university, I just stayed like going. And then I think the last bit was even after I'd graduated, because I was doing law. You get it? 4 years.
Yeah.
So I'm working, and then later I got onto TV, like as anchoring news at Top TV.
Yeah.
So I was there for all the time of my university. And then when I got done, I was like, my dad has graduated, you people. This degree is his. I'm definitely going media, because I felt like I loved it. Getting on radio just like gave me life, but also like talking to people, people reaching out to you. It's just built a different kind of community, which I think I'm still tapping into up to now. And then later, I think after I got onto, like I kept rising through, thank God, I think like Radio 1, Sanyo, I think was the last one that I was on to.
Yeah.
And then I felt like now my season for media and all that is done. Like I did everything there. So now I went back to pick up my law degree. I did the back course at the Law Development Center. So now I find that it has become a part of who I am. But I see its role now that it has helped with public speaking.
Yes.
It has helped that I know certain people that I wouldn't know if it wasn't for that. That with the charity organization that I'm doing, I can easily knock onto people's offices, and I just have that bit of the media. You get it? So, which for me is a constant reminder that, God doesn't make mistakes. please stumble away carefully. Thank you.
Yeah, that's true. And you know, many times when you try out things, that's when you realize what exactly you're meant for.
That's very
So
true.
that's amazing. Thank you, Joy.
My pleasure.
People out there, stumble. She's saying, no one knows.
Fall into things.
Yes. So, as we're coming to an end,
Yeah.
I have a few more things that I would like us to talk about. So, I believe we all have stories, we all have experiences,
Yeah.
we all have a journey.
That's true.
So, in your journey of media, there must have been that scenario that you did something and you're like, I'm proud of myself. Was this me? Ooh. So, I'd like us to briefly share of any single story or single experience that you have had and you've done something and you're like, God, I am proud and I thank you and really I deserve a round of applause. So yeah, kindly feel free to share.
You have the ball.
Oh, okay. The ball is with me.
Yeah.
Striker number 1. All right. Thank you, Jane. As I said before, even we got onto the set, you know, there are a lot of things I've literally done, and I'd be like, my story. There's a Ganda wategwa maloje, literally. Though it was like a turn off, but it was a success.
Yeah.
Literally, it was my first year of practicing, and there is some story we had to do in Uganda, and I was assigned some reporter. Though he's no longer with us here. He's alive. Yes. He's no longer with us. Yes.
We're going to say
So-
rest in peace.
We had to go and cover this story.
Yeah.
But hey, my gender being my gender, we literally get intimidated easily.
Yes.
You know, guys in uniform came and they were like, you people, what are you doing there? Who tipped you up on this story? My legs are shaking. I told that guy, please delete the content. They asked for a camera. But when we got here, the first thing our senior asked for us was like, do you have the content?
Yeah.
Netsoka tumutisamu batusazeko kamera eriwa mango kamera eriwa. So then we were like, when we got that story, it was a big push that we were literally the only people that aired it that day. And you know, being able to write the script, though I wasn't yet eligible to write it, you know, and it runs on air, but we wrote it. And when the reporter went through it, he was like, yeah, he just added in a few things, literally changing nothing. You know, I went home, I was like, you guys have to wait for this story. You know, it was written by me. You know, I had all the inspiration. It was written by me. I was there. You people have even never been intimidated by people in uniform. I was I wouldn't have been excited, but I was literally more than excited. It was like winning a cake. Yeah, it was something like that.
We love cake.
I love cake and chicken.
She doesn't want a lottery, she just wants cake.
Give her cake.
You've had. They'll bring, don't worry.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
thank
wow.
you for sharing with us that story. And the first times are always hard, but the memories we keep.
Yes.
Yes.
That step you take into the field, you know,
Yeah.
the first step you'll be like, I'm out of this house, I'm out of the boundaries, I'm out of the walls. It's kind of impactful.
Yeah.
Either it might be negative or positive in a positive way, but mostly the negative side is the one that makes you stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Thank you.
Wow, I applaud you. You know, before the time I was doing TV and radio, either as favored or shielded, I never had to experience the like that rough bit of you know, out there, tear gas, what. We'll be just sitting here and chilling, waiting for the stories.
pretty.
The princess treatment. But I think also because I had like school and I was doing radio in the morning and then like TV later. So it was that kind of stuff. But I really want to applaud you, especially the ladies that are doing the thing out there. Man, that's really, really awesome. So cakes and chickens, your way, please.
They should come out.
So I think for me, in a bit of being like, after her coming up and saying her story, and then me, I've been having the princess treatment. I'm like, oh, I don't know what, I cannot relate.
Yes.
But mine is a different kind of experience, in a way that while I was doing all that, it was really tough. Like, I had to do radio in the morning, and then you have to prepare and stuff like that. And then I had to rush and do school because I was doing the evening classes. The news was at 9, so I had a bike on standby at the gate every time, like 8:30 or so. My lecturers are always like, Joy, today what are you still doing here? So, but in that whole process of struggling and trying to, because at that time you're young, you get it. But then I had like my siblings, that I had like 5 siblings, like I had to take care of, take to school and support. Like, so literally I had myself to support, and then my siblings on the end. But I think it was always fulfilling to know that at the end of the day, I have hustled, I've done A, B, C, D, but I brought the hand home. Somebody has gone to school, we have food, this one wants something, like it was there. So there was not much change even after the man of the house had shifted for some reason. So for me, I think that is my media story, because it was because of media, that opportunity, that I was able to do that part, carry the family for that season. So I was like, first of all, glory to you, God, but also, well done, Joy. So that's my story, really.
Amazing, thank you. And you've reminded the ladies out there, the gentlemen and ladies out there, that it's not that when you're doing a heavy course, that's all you need to do. Because when someone say, here is low, they're like, I need to read, I need to go for those discussions. How did you do it? She's here, she's living, she's a living testimony. And she's also here, she's a living testimony. But you can do all things through Christ, obviously. So thank you, ladies, for sharing with us your experiences. You have inspired people out there. They're going to take on these courses, and they're really going to dive right into media, stumble into those things, and get to know where the Lord has positioned them and where He desires them. So in a few minutes, we're going to share our last words to the ladies and gentlemen out there. There may be something that is on your heart that you would like to leave with them, that probably when they remember Novisha, they'll remember the words. When they remember Joy, they'll be like, So feel free to leave any last words with the ladies and gentlemen over there.
Let me take it up.
Sure. And just shout outs to, they could be someone you told, watch me, I'm going to be live. So
they are many.
Please do.
Well, one could be trust your abilities, literally trust your abilities. You can move far beyond where you see yourself from. Because literally we find people that tell us, you can do this, you can do that, and be like, can it really be me? Can I stand, or can I sit on that podium? When I was in the newsroom, I was like, you people, I'm used to being behind scenes. How am I going to be there? I'll be shaking, I'll be what? I'll be asking for water. But it hasn't, hasn't happened. So literally, trust your abilities. Most times the challenges we face in whatever thing we'll be doing, make a big landmark into the steps we are going to continue making to that success we are looking forward for. That's all I have for you. Like, keep on working on yourself, keep on trusting in God. It had to be my number one. Sabinji, when you feel like you can no longer do it, he will be your enabler, he will be your sustainer. When you're looking at that money to come, he will sustain, he will provide in a way that you don't know he can. He will use people to come through for you. That's all I had to say. And let me take this opportunity to shout out to the people from within my family. You're my number one support system. People of Nabwelu, Kawanda, Nansana, Entebbe, Silva, out there. I know you're watching. Like people of Kulambido, Bokoto, Chira. God, I have a lot of people. People of Petra for Gospel Church, people of Makeo for Gospel Church, my newsroom department, my bosses, I know you're watching. Like, I have a lot of people. I love you, friends and family. Yes, you're my family because we are doing this together. You're having those stories and tipping me up, tipping me on them. yes, you've connected me to a number of people, and it's really a big blessing to be working with you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for wherever you are at that time you've taken off on whatever you've been doing and decided to tune in this program. Thanks a lot. May God
Nice.
bless you for us.
Yeah. You're welcome on their behalf. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
So when somebody sends greetings to the whole village, councillor, incoming MP, what do I say? Let me try to match your level. But first of all, I really want to appreciate you. Oh, before we go into that, is the last word to the viewers. Okay. So I've said quite a lot, and I'm not always going to be here. But if you forget something or anything that I have said, please remember one thing: stay true to yourself.
Yeah.
Okay? And in order to stay true to yourself, you need to know who you are as a person. I mean, what works for you? Who are you? You get it? What is your purpose? What is it that really your heart burns for, your passion? Because everybody has that kind of thing. So when you know that, then you can stay true to that. And sometimes we're placed in different environments as we grow and money comes in. You find Novisha, after she's in her car, she'll be like, older people, she'll send meetings to like,
It's like, nah.
thank you, yeah, you were my yesterday, I am in today, so bye. But yeah, in order to stay rooted in your true self, you need to be in a community of people. Some people have friends, some people have family, whatever it is that you have. These people should be accountable to you. You should be accountable to them. And they should be able to remind you who you are, okay?
Yeah.
So that's the only way you don't lose yourself. If you have people that are around you, that community, that space, that will keep reminding you. So stay true to yourself. Everybody else is taken, okay? So be you, all right? With your messes, with everything, just be you. Now to the greetings. Awana, tuwana, gona.
Yeah.
I want to appreciate you. Thank you for the opportunity to be here. I don't take it for granted. Bless you. And CJ out there making things happen.
Yeah.
Big ups to you, sir, in the production room. The lady on the camera, you've done amazing. Thank you so much. And Novisha, it's been a pleasure to meet you. God bless you too.
It's a pleasure.
And then to the people that are watching, the dear young lawyers, I have like a team that is watching. They've been like making me laugh.
Yeah.
Somebody said, our command of the house will come in. You know.
Yeah.
And to Vincent, who is watching just here around here in this hood. To the president of the Dear Young Lawyers, Mr. Alfred, I see you to my farm, and everybody really that has played a part in my becoming, because maybe if they didn't, you guys wouldn't have reason to call me here. So I just want to say thank you to my mentors, to my farm, to my community. God bless you. Let's keep growing. Let's keep being true to ourselves. I sent you. I sent you, please.
Same time.
Indeed, we thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, Joy. It was an honor hosting you. Thank you, Novisha.
Thank you.
You ladies have been
Thank you.
lovely. You have been inspirational. You have been insightful. Too much wisdom flowing all over. Yeah, we thank you to the lady behind the camera. We thank you, Marion. A huge shout out to you and to our producers.
Women in media.
Of course,
Yes,
today it's
women
just
in
women in
media.
media.
You rule the world.
Yeah. Thank you to our producers. Thank you, CJ. Thank you to the gentleman behind the production crew. We love each and every one of you. Please do not change the dial. We are still on. It's still the Youth Alive show, and we are still on. We love you, and good night for now. See ya. Bye.
See you.
Bye bye.
Good Day TV, transforming your life.
In the neighborhood, near stagnant water and mosquito breeding sites, malaria lurks, always waiting to strike. But fear not, for here comes Mr. Vaxa, the ultimate protector against malaria. For years, malaria has been one of the biggest threats to children under 5, making them weak and even putting their lives at risk. But now, the government is introducing a new solution.